It's a great deal. The dinner will be Thursday, November 17th at 6 p.m., and everybody's welcome. 5 individuals are being inducted into the Hall of Honor. Simon Edgemere, great soccer player. Maya Kovacek, great tennis player. Steve Ortiz, gymnastics. Tamika Stukes, who I went to school with in women's basketball. And then the individual who created and started the Hall of Honor, Carl Jackson, who was a football player in the mid-'60s, was a 2-time leading rusher for the football team, was second in the WAC during that time. He's going in as the Distinguished Service Award. So that's really special. Like I said, they'll be inducted at the halftime of the San Diego State game, and the dinner is on November 17th at 6 p.m. And everybody's welcome to attend. It's a great celebration. So please come on out and join.
I forgot to point out paragraph number 2, which would be.
The most important.
Sorry
Yes.
about that.
I apologize.
My apologies.
Along with the honorees for the 2021 Coach of the Year, Heather Dyke, Female Athlete of the Year Award, Andrea Howard, softball, and Male Athlete of the Year, help me. Arda Escara from tennis will be celebrated. Sorry about that, Heather. Can't believe we left that out. Great deal, though. Once again, November 17th. Talk about New Mexico State first. Give Coach Kill and his staff credit. Obviously, I didn't coach the coaches well enough. The coaches didn't coach the assistants the players well enough, and we didn't play well enough. And they outplayed us. They outcoached us. What's happened now? I mean, I'm the excited part going forward. It's going to be a great series. I think New Mexico State's made a commitment to Coach Kill, which is awesome because it's better for the state of New Mexico. I don't hide my disdain for them. And I know I irritate a lot of people about it, and that's okay. All that's done is made it more exciting, so they don't have to like me. It was a great environment down there. It was an electric environment. I thought the crowd was really good. It was very similar to our crowd here last year. And then I thought the third quarter was the turning point, down 7-6. And my fault. I thought we could take the win in the fourth quarter, and that turned out being a bad choice. The kickoff didn't get into the end zone. They returned it to the 50. I thought they outperformed us on special teams all across the board. They outplayed us. And then they were able to put that ball into the end zone to make it 14-6. And then the personal foul penalty out of bounds hurt because we were going to get off the field at 14-6. It goes down and extends that drive, and they were not able to get off the field again. So the 2 big plays significantly hurt. And then offensively, obviously, when you have 9 procedural errors, you get behind the chains. I mean, that's a recipe for disaster for us, obviously. I thought early on we did some good things. We actually got behind the chains on the first drive, and then we got down to a 3rd and 2. Told Heath we have 2 downs, and we false start. Now we're 3rd and 7, and we don't make enough yards to get a manageable 4th down, so we kick the field goal to make it 3-0. Which we put points on the board, but then we gave up the big passing play to allow them to make it 7-3. We get another drive with positive yards down there. Hurt ourselves again. I thought Luke did a nice job. Obviously, he missed 2 against UTEP and then came back and did a nice job. He was 3 for 3 on field goals. I kicked the last field goal with 8:53 to go, knowing we needed a 2-point conversion if we scored one of those touchdowns, if we were to get a touchdown. And with 8:53 to go, I honestly didn't think they'd get another 1st down on offense because they were being safe. They were able to rush for 1 first down, which ate up about 3 minutes of clock. And that one I didn't think they'd get. And so give them credit again. They outplayed us, outcoached us, and that's on me. That's my fault. I got to coach the coaches better. We got to coach the players better. And I think we disrespected that rivalry. And that should never happen. And it's going to be a great rivalry. I mean, I'm excited that Coach Kill's there, and I'm excited for the future of the Rio Grande rivalry. Any questions about state before we move on to Fresno? Go ahead, Sam.
Afterwards, Coach, you talked about the importance of Sunday, Monday, everybody getting back here, getting back together. Just anything stood out the last couple of days once you guys got back?
Well, yeah, a lot of there was a lot of good dialogue. I mean, obviously, this time of year, you get through 6-7 games, start doing some self-scout stuff to see what you're doing, what you can do better on both sides of the ball. I mean, I spent all day Sunday working on defensive stuff in the morning and then late into the evening on offensive stuff. I think we got some good out of that. I thought the attitude was right. Like I said, I think the kids, they weren't expecting New Mexico State to fight that hard, and that's too bad. That's on me. And so they were energy out there at practice today was as good a Tuesday practice we've had energy-wise. I'll go down and watch the tape after this and see how many mistakes we made on a Tuesday practice, which is normal because you're doing game plan install stuff. And then hopefully we can have the same energy tomorrow and get ready, because I truly believe the next 5 games are going to be just like the last 3. I mean, they're going to be competitive. If we make enough plays, we'll have a chance to win. I mean, the last 2 before New Mexico State, we have the ball with 6 minutes and 3 minutes to go in both those games in a 1-possession game where we're having an opportunity to drive down there and score the winning score. We have to overcome that. And then against New Mexico State, I mean, they got us.
Yeah, on radio yesterday, you did not say that Miles was your starter. Is that where you're leaving it?
I am. Miles has been our starting quarterback the entire season. Now I evaluate our best opportunity at quarterback every week, and putting the packages we had with CJ, putting the package we had in with Justin, that was based off of how they practiced. If I feel Justin or CJ gives us a better chance to win than Miles, then they'll start. I mean, Miles is our starting quarterback, but that's evaluated every week, and we'll see who gives us the best chance during the week with what we're going to do to give us to be successful. That's a great question, though. I'm with you. CJ is healthy. CJ is healthy. Anything else down that one? Great. Fresno State, great opportunity. The series, I mean, they've dominated that series for the most part. It's 14-5. They've had a 7-week winning streak in that series. We've never won more than 1 in a row. Had an opportunity last year, and obviously they outplayed us. Don't know if Jay Kaner will play. He hasn't played since the USC game. But Logan Fife has gotten better every single week. Struggled a little bit against Connecticut on his first start, and then played better against Boise. They put a lot of points on the board. And then I thought he played really well against San Jose State, who I thought going into Saturday was playing the best football in our league, both on both sides of the ball. And I thought Fresno had a good game plan. They got after him. Now San Jose State turned the ball over, which we've gone 2 straight ball games on defense without gaining a turnover, which is, I mean, I told our boys this morning, that's all about playing hard and being physical. And we had opportunities twice on Saturday, dropped an interception, had a fumble in our hands on a punt return that could have significantly changed the game, and we didn't come up with them. So we have to create some turnovers against Fresno, give the quarterback some different looks. Like I said, he's gotten better and better over the last 3 weeks each week. If it's him, if it's Jay Kaner, obviously we played against him the last 2 years, did some things in in Vegas that caused some confusion. I thought he did a great job last year in that, and that was the dominating win for them. So we've got a great opportunity with a good football team coming in here to our stadium on homecoming. It's going to be a Wear Pink game in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So, and that's special to me. My mother-in-law is a breast cancer survivor. And so everybody that's been through that battle, we appreciate that fight. It's never easy. And the chance that when God gives you a second chance is defeating that. I mean, it's an amazing deal. So we'll do that to honor those and have a great opportunity. I mean, I hope we fill up the stadium. I hope more than our core 15 come. And when you've lost 3 in a row, it makes it awful hard. But talk about it all the time, to keep going onward and upward, which we are, that helps. So what else? What questions we got about Fresno?
What challenges you'll see from them defensively?
They've been really good up front, and they're athletic on the corners. So, I mean, we've obviously had a difficulty getting open. Hopefully Jordan Porter will be healthy this week. He practiced today, so that was a positive. Luke had a really good practice today. Deuce Jones actually had a really good practice today. So we're going to have to do some stuff on the perimeter outside, other than just running vertical shots and throwing it deep and hope they catch, to give them a chance to be successful out there. And then inside, Colin James is questionable. Did not practice today. Hopefully he'll practice tomorrow and Thursday. Rasson Jane can play center. Isaac Gutierrez, who went in there and played center. Outside of the procedural stuff, I thought he did a nice job in there, but we can't do that and have that opportunity again. So, and he knows that. I mean, that wasn't his fault. He didn't take any reps at center, minimal reps at center during the week because CJ's been so solid in there. And then when we have to move Isaac off of the guard, now you're playing musical chairs at the 2 guard spots. I think Isaiah Silliman did a really nice job filling in for Issei, and Issei will be out another couple weeks. Greg Brown went in there for a little bit. Zach Williams went in there for a little bit, and he got rolled up, so he didn't play the end of the fourth quarter. He practiced today and looked okay. So, I mean, we're getting a little bit beat up inside there, but nothing that we can't overcome. I mean, the guys that we're playing with are still significantly better than where we're at this point last year. And then I thought Christian Washington had his best game of the year. So them running up front with what they do, I mean, number 99, and I go by numbers because that's how we install this stuff to our kids. 99's been stout inside, and so we're going to have to make sure that we know where he is in pass protection, make sure that we're communicating those things and not making assignment errors that way to give our guys a chance to step back in the pocket and throw, run the ball, and then win opportunities downfield.
The injury status on Ray?
On Ray Luatele, I would guess he will be back for Utah State. He did not practice today. It's still week to week, but I'm betting after the bye week he should be able to go. I'm thinking Issei will be able to go after the bye week also. If Colin James can't go this week for sure after the bye week, I think he'll be able to go. So we'll get a few of those guys back. I mean, we're beat up on the injury front right now, but that's football. I mean, that's expected. So you've got to have guys, and that's where depth comes in and plays a big factor.
Is Washington your number one running back right now? Does it really matter?
It doesn't really matter. I mean, between Christian and Nate and Sherrod, all 3 of those guys have the ability to do the same things. I think Christian has shown over the last 2 games probably to be a little bit more explosive and harder to tackle. And so, I mean, he was really good out of the backfield. I mean, with 9 receptions on Saturday. Some of the screen stuff, I mean, we had a couple of misassignments on the last screen, or really one. If we can kick the guy out, Christian's going to walk into the end zone with 8:53 to go instead of having to kick that 3rd field goal. So, I mean, those are the little things that we need to do, but he's proven to be explosive. So, I mean, the one that has the hot hand, which has been him lately, will get the most carries.
Coach, the injuries on the offensive line, how much is that impacting what you guys are even, in prep week trying to do for the offense?
The 2s and in some cases 3s, they practice the same stuff every day. They just don't get as many reps. So schematically and language, they know what to do and understand it. Now it's a matter of going out there and doing it during practice so that they can execute it well in the games. So we haven't had to drop off a lot of what we're doing. Obviously, some of the language and some of those things. Heath's first game at calling it. I think you should see significant improvement between game 1 and 2. Just the comfort of it. I mean, I know that 40-second clock was running awful fast at him at times. And then the self-scout stuff. I mean, obviously, that helps this time of the year when you can evaluate what you're doing and see what tendencies people are finding against you. Now, all that stuff don't matter if the kids can't handle what you're asking them to do. And so that's a really fine mix of making sure that the guys that haven't had a ton of reps during the season can handle what you're putting on their plate.
Is that a concern right now?
I think it's always a concern, especially when you lose your center. Razin Jane going into center, I mean, he's done it for 3 years. He had been doing some really good stuff for us out on the perimeter at tight end, but he knows what to do and is valuable in there if CJ can't go tomorrow. And then Isaac, obviously, I mean, we're better if Isaac's at guard, but if we have to put him in center, we can. That it? Way too easy after what happened. So, all right, we'll see you guys on Saturday. Let's have a great week.